Hello guys, today's this video. So you think that the Paramount Skydance voice discovery deal is gonna be blocked? Well, not quite. Why do I say that? Well, Portugal obtained the letter from June 5th. Yes, because afterwards the Paramount Skydance dismissed the consumer's lawsuit in the California court. But this time, this is what happened when it came from. So, it was reported that Portugal was... They eventually pushed back again, but this time the warnings from Teamsters about the deal, and they accused the Netflix over their poisoning attempt to block it. Yes, which is exactly what it was. So, according to Portugal saying this, the Paramount Skydance accused Netflix of launching a scorched earth campaign against the prospective purchase of Voice Discovery in a letter to the U.S. Department of Justice, delivering one of the sheer sharpest whipblocks yet of wanting to that the rival bidder for the company while pushing back against the labor concerns about the deal. It was claimed by the chief legal officer, Michael Durham, that Netflix attempted to point the regulators and other stakeholders against the deal. They alleged the company's panic-level response demonstrated just how seriously Netflix takes Paramount as a skilled competitor. The case was aired on June 5th, a letter responding to the March and the report filed by the International Board of Teamsters with the Department of Justice Interest Division in the Union was dedicated to argue the Paramount Skydance purchase of Warner Brothers posed a direct threat to the found television workers nationwide. But they responded to Paramount Skydance themselves that they said it was the prospective purchase of Voice Discovery would create more work for Teamsters and ununionized the Hollywood workers in the letter. Because the market argued that the organized labor would directly benefit for the deal, which he said was it will foster no competitive energy and increase content investment. Which he continues said, Paramount acquiring Voice Discovery were not reducing work opportunities for the Teamsters or other organized labor. So this is the reason why it's happened since. Yeah, this is the reason why. So I'm saying. So this means why this letter from Durham did push back on the portrayal of a deal, was arguing that the Disney had increased spending on producing content overall since the purchase to get the 20th Century Fox, which they is this currently 20th Century Studios, and with that, then any of this discussion the company's film output and it must take into account the effects which the COVID-19 pandemic, which disrupted the industry about a year after the sale closed, which is But Durham again pointed the finger at Netflix at this exactly, was alleged the company has tried to persuade Teamsters to other stakeholders that Disney's acquisition of Fox a negative impact on the content and production and the labor activities. But however, it wasn't the first time that Durham has these strong words for Netflix. However, the strange juggernaut had a potential deal to place to acquire Warner Brothers. But he told the House of the same committee then that a Netflix and Warner Bros. Deal is clearly incompetitive and not today the close call. As of last week, he told the Elections Times that only people was trying to inflict harm on this transaction. But when remarks that it has letters stood out for being especially pointed for the inclusion in the communication with the Department of Justice. And as letter, the don't have to retaliate Paramount's plans for increased production, which they has probably said that the combined studio will release at least 40 movies a year, and while also upping the TV output. What should details of the letter saying, Paramount's content and strategy aligns directly with Teamsters' interest. More films and series of production means in more call sheets, more location days, more transportation, casting, and continuity work. The combined company will have no incentive to shrink the production engine that drives the competitiveness, because increasing production volume is essential the polar of how Paramount intends to compete. So you can read all of them. So yeah. So that is it. So I guess the reason why the Paramount Skydance did push back again after dismissing the lawsuit from the California court. So I guess this is exactly what happens. So that's today's video. Personally, stay safe, take care.